Hey guys, I'm gonna hit you with something I thought about today. And I made a video recently where I accidentally discovered my oldest daughter's TikTok, I think it was. So, anyways, I looked at all of her videos. Now, the estrangement's been going on for since she was 19, and now she's more than 19, 1991, so she's 33. So it's been going on for a while. And she came back for about 2 years and then she left again. So the second time now she's been gone about 8 years. And so it's been a majority of her adult life thus far. And I looked through her TikTok videos and I saw some similarities. And then I saw that we also had differences. And I realized she liked to make soap. And not too long ago, I started making soap and lotions and all that. So I said, we still have things in common. And she has tattoos, I have tattoos, etc. But a lot of things we don't think about is the fact that sometimes, as adults, after a separation, you come back, and you can do this with lifelong friends too, or siblings, or cousins, or whatever. Sometimes we think just because we're family or we gave birth to someone, that means the relationship's supposed to continue on for the rest of our lives. But when was the time we stopped to think, as adults, after each of us have had certain life experiences, what if, as adults, we don't have a whole lot in common with one another, or our worldviews are just completely different? And maybe, just maybe, there won't be a whole lot more to talk about other than when we all lived under the same roof. I know a lot of moms and dads go through the estrangement and miss their kids. They say, I miss my daughter, I miss my son. And what we miss mostly is the time the times that were really good, times they were innocent and loved you and wrote you cards and all that. And that's of course to be expected. But a lot of times, just like, okay, you go through labor and delivery, you go through 9 hours of labor, you give birth, it hurts, etc. And then you forget about those times, the labor pains, and you go on to say, I want to have another baby because the good times overrode the bad times. When you hold your baby, that overrode every contraction that you experience during your labor and delivery. And all of a sudden you have another baby and you're like, oh, I forgot about these pains. And we forget sometimes when we raise our children, we forget about that pain. And it could have been when we're struggling with teens, the disrespect, the disregard, the troubles, all of those things that are incorporated with parenting, and they're gone, and all of a sudden we just remember we miss our son and daughter, and we miss all those good times, and we miss when they were little and they were running and they needed us. And those good times really tend to gloss over the negativity, the disrespect, the challenges that we had. So we tend to forget, and we tend to wallow in pity and pain. And I just want to say it's possible when we think about them as a whole. Take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have the facts of life. But if you really think about it, and the people they have become today, what if it really is that we just don't have anything in common except for when they were teens, or 60th birthday, or remember when you took those driving tests, or remember your birthday, remember when you were 5 years old and you got on the school. What if we just don't have a lot in common as adults? It's possible we just don't. And so sometimes when people break free, they don't tell us, they go about, and there's no closure possibly for the parent. But if you think about it, and when I looked at my daughter's TikTok, would we have enough in common to have a relationship today? And the answer is I don't know. I think her videos are really cute. A couple of them really broke my heart. But she seems to be happy. She seems to be thriving. My husband and I have dogs, birds, and reptiles, and she has a cat. I'm not necessarily a cat person. Um, I'm just not. I just never been a cat person, and she is. So I'm not saying that's a reason that we couldn't have a relationship, but chances are, you know, what if we just don't have anything in common enough to sustain an adult relationship with mutual kindness and respect? Because that's all I want in my life, mutual kindness and respect. I want to have conversations about religion and politics with people I like where we both walk away feeling good. What if my daughter and I couldn't have that kind of relationship? So would it be healthy for us to be together today? I don't know. But that's something to think about. Just because you gave birth to someone doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have anything in common with them after they've been gone for a while. What if it's even worse than when the troubled teen years? You don't know. Chances are, if you're given an opportunity, of course, each one of us would say yes. Let's sit down and have a conversation. But what if you do, and you're sitting there going, "What do we talk about?" And the thing is who knows? And would you, of course, as a parent, you'd bite your tongue, but how long can you bite your tongue for before you bite it off? And then you're totally mute. Who knows? Think about those things. It's not an easy discussion to have, but people you were friends with in grade school, you might not even like them as adults. You have to think about it. Think about what you're wishing for, because it might be a nightmare the third time around. You don't know. So that's just a thought. Think about it, and I'll be back.